Now she was only 16, I had to nurture that. Give her some growth, waited till I touched the cat.
Hey, Fat Joe, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? No, now, what did you mean by that?
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Goldfinger Visions, man. I'm back here with another video. We're just gonna jump straight into it. Look, you already know, man, these rappers, they live a different type of lifestyle. You know, I'm in no way, shape, or form condoning this, but it is what it is. This has been going on since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe is currently going through a lawsuit right now. Only thing I can really say about this situation is we just gotta wait and see how the story unfolds. But, you know, if these accusations are true, you know, we're gonna have to... Joe, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to come and face some music, my boy. Because that's kind of crazy. Next clip.
So my good friend KG, who's a follower, sent me this. This is Gloria Zamora. Gloria Zamora is a TikTok influencer, and she was unfortunately unalived along with an innocent man who was her date by her estranged husband. Listen carefully. She was in the IE. That's the Inland Empire, which is not a place for baddies, really. It's a place for tortas. I digress. She was in the IE, and she was on a date, but she still was married. She was still married. She was estranged and going through a divorce, but the divorce was not complete. Her husband, because that is her husband, tracked her down, tracked her and her date down, and unalived them both before a sheriff's deputy who heard the shots, who was off duty, made a U-turn, came, confronted the husband, and unalived him. I'm going to say this very simply, ladies. If you are going through a divorce and it is not finalized, you are still married. That is committing adultery and cheating. I do not condone anybody unaliving anybody or DV at all. But I want you guys to understand something. Until that paperwork is completed, you are still married. And you better act like it on both sides, because people are crashing out today more quickly than they ever had. And you put other people's lives in danger. The man that she was with, his name was Hector, had 4 daughters. Now they're without a father because she didn't tell the truth clearly. Because not many people as men are going out with a woman that looks like this, knowing good and well she's not divorced, because you know there's some man about to crash out on her on the other side.
I just gotta be honest. You know, I understand that, you know, that was his wife. I understand that, you know, he had a certain level of love for her, but this is why lust can be your downfall. Maybe it wasn't lust, but I just don't, like, if y'all going through a divorce, and I'm not saying that her, you know, dealing with bro when they still in the middle, because you never know, they could have just been messing around the night before. So we don't know. This is why you don't really get in the middle of people's business. But the truth about these type of situations is, like, women are going to do whatever they want, whether you like it or not. That's just the reality of the situation. You, as a man, you have to keep your emotions in check. As a man, the second you get out of character, the second you allow whatever she's doing or whatever she got going on to really affect you to the point where you're angry, and you're not angry, you're furious, like you're pissed off and you're ready to do something real reckless, you gotta get it. You gotta completely remove yourself from that situation. Toxic situations exist, and we see examples of that every single day. You have to, if she's not giving you peace, you know what I'm saying, and if she's not protecting you in a certain capacity, then she's just simply not for you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, yo, if y'all was getting into divorce on paper, y'all still together, but realistically, y'all not together. Y'all separated. So, yeah, should she have waited? Of course. But this is reality. People, like, rarely do what they're supposed to do. Let's be honest. So, the fact that he got so enraged and crashed out, it's like, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not a good look. It's a very, very bad look. And again, we don't got the details. You know what I'm saying? We don't got the details. Maybe she was seeing bro the whole time, and finally got caught, and, you know, she's like, yo, you know, I'm going with him, you know what I'm saying, let's get a divorce, whatever the case, whatever the situation is, regardless. If it's not flowing like water, it's simply not for you. And to the other guy, that, you know, rest in peace to him, but it's just like, yo, bro, you got to stay out of people's situations. Marriage is nothing to play with. Divorce, no divorce, whatever, separated, it's nothing to play with. And, you know, the cookie is some serious business, you know what I'm saying? And dudes are willing to go to serious measures for the cookie. You understand? YouTube friendly. You understand? So it's just like, you got to have your head on straight as men. This was not okay. And honestly, in my opinion, the two men in the situation, even though, you know, the bro that was the victim, technically he's a victim, but mind your business. Respectfully, mind your business. This could happen to anybody. Don't get me wrong, so I'm not like talking super crazy, but this is why you got to mind your business. This is a prime example of lust can be a downfall. Next clip.
We are back again with another episode of Men Whose Downfall Was Lust. And unfortunately, this downfall does end in a death. If you don't know this brother behind me, his name is Steve McNair. Steve was the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, and he won MVP of the league in 2003. Steve even led his team to the Super Bowl, where the receiver was just a yard short of winning the game. Steve did have a wife and kids, but as you could guess, with him being so young and successful, a lot of temptation came with it. Now, I'm unsure if him and his wife were separated, but Steve was known to have multiple girlfriends. And I don't know if TMZ was a new thing or if he just didn't care, but if he out and about with the side piece like that mean it's pretty serious. At least this is what she thought. This is Jenny, one of Steve's side pieces. Steve met Jenny at the local Dave & Buster's. She was his waiter, and that's how it all started. Now, of course, Jenny works at Dave & Buster's, so she's struggling financially. She's not in the position Steve is in. She's actually living with her ex-boyfriend. And I don't know if Steve was telling her stuff or if she just got adjusted to the lifestyle, but she didn't think she was Steve's side piece. She thought she was the main. So for reasons I don't know why, Steve went over to her house, I guess to have a conversation, and ended up falling asleep on the couch. I don't know if they were arguing, I would assume they were, but Jenny was in some type of rage because she actually ended up shooting Steve 4 times and then turning the gun on herself. Now you tell me, what makes a millionaire quarterback start dating a 20-year-old waiter, start taking her on trips, go to her neighborhood, which looked like the ghetto, and fall asleep on her couch after an argument? What could make a sane man do that? Lust.
Yeah, man. I couldn't agree more. Lust. Lustful men. This was... bro. Words cannot describe how idiotic and silly this situation is. First and foremost, my condolences to the family and rest in peace to bro. You know what I'm saying? This is strictly for, educational purposes only, so other people don't make these same type of mistakes. But if you are, first of all, like men in general, we have to get a little bit more smarter with dating. I understand that we were taught to be reckless with our seed. I understand that we were taught to date down and be the hero, and, you have to save her, and it's okay. You could pick a girl from out the trash and the garbage, a bum off the street, clean her up, and, make her your princess and all this type of thing there, this garbage. Listen, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody deserves some grace. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's willing to work and grind deserve opportunity. But if I am a star quarterback or if I'm a millionaire, why would I be talking to somebody from Hooters, Denny's, or any of these local spots? Why would I go down, because you're stepping down, right, and date somebody that clearly needs a couple favors? The sex thing is really not that deep, fellas. It's really not that deep. Like, we gotta chill. We gotta relax. This is why I'm here. It's Goldfinger, man. We about to set the record straight. So, if you like these type of videos, and if you made it to this far in this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. I'm gonna make this a separate series from what I already got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make this a separate series. But yeah, man, just in general, men gotta wise up, man. We gotta step it up, cause it's ridiculous out here. This is why, like, women don't respect us on a large scale. This is why. Lust, silly business. I go on. Anyway, man, like I said, it's your boy Goldfinger. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.